What if I told you the worst mistake a man can make isn't in his 20s, it's in his 60s? Not a bad investment, not a health decision, a relationship. Because past 60, you're not building life anymore, you're defending what's left of it. Your time is limited, your energy is lower, your peace is fragile. And that's exactly when the wrong relationship can quietly destroy everything you've spent decades fighting for. This isn't about hating women. It's about protecting your final years from emotional chaos disguised as companionship. In this Stoic Inspire breakdown, you'll see why late-life relationships are so dangerous for men, the hidden prices most men never see until it's too late, and the inner tests you must pass before you give your heart to anyone at that age. If you value clarity over comfort, stay with me. The next few minutes might save the last 20 years of your life. You're watching Stoic Inspire, where modern men protect their inner world first. Imagine this. A 6-7-year-old man sits at his dinner table. One plate, one glass, one empty chair. He looks at that empty chair and thinks, if I just had someone there, this feeling would disappear. So he starts chasing companionship. Not because he's ready, but because he's afraid of that empty chair. That's the first illusion older men fall into. The illusion that another person will erase loneliness. They imagine warm conversations at night, a hand to hold, someone to share the final chapters with. They tell themselves, if I just find someone, this emptiness will go away. But Stoic men know the truth. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It's the absence of peace. You can be surrounded by family and feel completely alone. You can sleep next to a woman and feel more empty than ever. Because peace doesn't come from someone's presence, it comes from inner alignment. By 60 or 70, you've already fought your wars, financial, emotional, spiritual. You've lost, rebuilt, and learned. Your nervous system is not built for constant emotional battles anymore. You don't need more drama dressed up as companionship. Most men forget how demanding relationships really are. At 25, you have the stamina to argue, fix, rebuild, start over. At 65, your time is limited, and your peace is sacred. When you enter a relationship at that age, you're not just giving love. You're risking your routines, your space, your schedule, and sometimes your health. Stress isn't just in your head anymore. It shows up in your blood pressure, your sleep, your heart. At 25, stress ruins your day. At 70, stress can quietly steal years from your life. So, before any man over 60 gives his heart away, he should take one brutal inner test, the panic versus peace test. Ask yourself, am I choosing her from peace or from panic? If you need her to escape your own mind, it's not love. It's an escape plan. If the thought of being alone terrifies you, and that's the only reason you're chasing someone, you're not choosing her. You're running from yourself. A peaceful man sitting alone with his thoughts is richer than a man surrounded by noise he secretly hates. At that stage in life, peace is your currency. You've paid your dues. You don't need more tests. You need rest. If a relationship comes, let it come naturally, but never chase it out of fear. Sometimes, solitude isn't punishment. It's protection. There's another trap that catches older men off guard. It's not love. It's comfort. After decades of pressure, sacrifice, responsibility, and loss, every man wants the same simple things. To wake up without panic. To eat without worry. To sleep without fear. There's nothing wrong with wanting warmth, care, and affection. Every man wants a soft voice in the house and a warm body next to him. That desire is human. Predators know that too. Because comfort can lie to you. Comfort can disguise itself as love. It can make you ignore red flags just to avoid arguments. It can slowly convince you to accept half love because you're afraid full solitude might hurt more. When comfort becomes your main goal, you stop thinking clearly. You don't say it's okay because it is okay. You say it because you're tired. That's how it starts. One small lie you ignore. One disrespectful comment you swallow. One boundary you let her cross because you don't want drama. By the time you notice, you're not in a relationship. You're in a cage lined with soft pillows. A Stoic man understands comfort without boundaries is a trap. It makes you too soft to protect yourself, too gentle to say no, too afraid to walk away when something no longer feels right. At 25, you can survive those emotional storms, break up, and rebuild your life. At 65, that same turbulence can break more than your heart. It can break your health, your spirit, and your remaining years. Think of Samson. His story wasn't just about lust, it was about misplaced trust. He gave his strength to someone who never valued his peace, and it destroyed him. Now think of a modern Samson, an older man, generous and lonely, paying for everything, compromising on everything, hoping that finally someone will stay. He's not foolish. He's tired, and comfort has blinded him. A wise older man knows not every presence is worth the price of peace. Sometimes the best company you'll ever have is the calm version of yourself that no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. Sitting alone with coffee, a book, and a quiet sunrise. That's not loneliness. That's freedom. That's the kind of inner comfort Stoic Inspire stands for. But there's still a deeper danger men rarely see coming. The hidden price of late love. Love changes shape. It's not about passion, ego, or impressing the world anymore. It's supposed to be about peace. Two souls who've seen life storms and now value calm over chaos. But that's not always how it plays out. Love in youth is built on hope and discovery. Love in old age is built on memory and vulnerability. And when your memories are full of loss, betrayal, or regret, your longing for genuine connection can make you easy to manipulate. At that stage, many men are emotionally generous but spiritually tired. They've given everything to their family, career, community. Now they just want someone who finally gives back. That's when the wrong person can walk in smiling. And here's what most men forget. Not everyone who smiles at you deserves access to your peace. When an older man falls in love, he often does it with his whole heart. No more games, no more pretending. Age has humbled him, but that same openness can make him a target. He finds himself constantly pleasing, explaining, adapting, just to avoid being left again. If love at 70 feels like a non-stop negotiation with your dignity, it isn't love. Late love often comes with 4 hidden prices. 1. Emotional dependence. You start needing her attention just to feel okay. Your mood rises and falls based on her reactions. 2. Lifestyle hijacked. Your quiet routines, your hobbies, your friendships, slowly replaced by her schedule, her drama, her demands. 3. Financial leakage. Money you saved for peace and legacy now funds chaos, appearances, or someone else's lifestyle. 4. Legacy damage. Your children and family watch you pour your final years into someone who doesn't protect your name, your values, or your memory. Most men don't pay these prices all at once. They pay them slowly, one quiet compromise at a time. History is full of warnings. Mark Antony, the powerful Roman general, let his later life love for Cleopatra cloud his judgment. His emotions dragged him to places his discipline once refused to go. His downfall wasn't just political, it was emotional. That's the real danger of late love. When your body slows down, but your emotions still move fast, It becomes easy to make decisions your mind can no longer sustain. You start ignoring logic because you crave warmth. You give too much because you feel time slipping away. You tolerate disrespect because you think, "At least I'm not alone." But a Stoic truth stands firm. No man should ever trade his dignity for affection, especially in his final chapters. At that point, peace isn't just comfort. It's medicine. Love should make you stronger, not smaller. It should restore you, not drain you. If your heart feels constantly anxious, uncertain, or misunderstood, you're not planting your final years in peaceful soil. You're planting them in poison. You can't build a calm life with someone who lives in chaos. At 70, your soul deserves a soft landing, not another war. So what's the alternative? Is a man meant to die alone, bitter, and disconnected? No. The alternative is something most men never truly learn: the freedom of solitude. At some point, every man who pays attention realizes the difference between being alone and being at peace. That realization usually doesn't come at 22. It comes later. After you've loved, lost, and watched life humble you. It comes when your heart finally whispers, "I don't need more people. I need more peace." At 60 or 70, solitude becomes a sacred gift, but only for the man wise enough to see it. Society screams, "You need someone beside you." But it never tells you that not everyone beside you truly stands with you. Some people come to take your time. Some come to drain your energy. Some come because they fear their own loneliness more than they value your peace. A wise man in his later years builds a fortress around his inner world. He protects his mornings, his routines, his silence, and his sanity. Because those simple rituals, the quiet walks, the calm meals, the deep reflections, keep his heart young and his mind clear. If you choose solitude, don't just sit in a silent house with a loud mind. Build what I'll call a peace routine. Morning, a quiet walk or coffee with no phone, no noise, just your thoughts. Midday, one meaningful task that keeps you useful, learning, creating, helping. Evening, a book. Reflection or prayer instead of scrolling and comparing. Solitude isn't "no one loves me." It's "I finally learned to love my own company." The older you get, the less you need validation. You stop chasing beauty because you know it fades. You stop chasing approval because you know it's temporary. You stop chasing relationships just to avoid silence, because you finally see that peaceful solitude is better than painful company. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, had power, wealth, and people around him. Yet he kept returning to solitude and journaling. He knew the greatest kingdom a man can rule is his inner world. That's the spirit of Stoic Inspire. Master yourself so the world can no longer shake you. You don't owe the world your remaining years. You don't owe anyone constant availability. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself clarity. You owe yourself the freedom to live your final seasons fully awake, not emotionally enslaved. If love finds you, let it find you already at peace, not desperate. If companionship comes, let it be born from understanding, not fear. And if solitude remains, let it be your greatest blessing, not your prison. Because the man who learns to walk alone in peace is never truly alone. He walks with wisdom. He walks with self-respect. He walks with God. Don't let anyone convince you that being single at 70 is failure. For some men, it's the highest level of mastery. Choosing peace over approval. You've been watching Stoic Inspire. If you had to choose in your later years, peace or companionship, which would you choose? And why? Tell me in the comments. If this message hit you, like the video, subscribe to Stoic Inspire, and keep walking the path of inner strength.